Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to fix one of the biggest problems I hear with other people's music. Lots of the time people send their music in, students and things like that, and this is the most common problem, it being that the melody and the harmony just don't work together. Sometimes they're not bringing out the best in each other, and sometimes they're not even in the same room, sometimes not even the same country, they're just kind of miles and miles apart, as though you just smash two things together. There's a way of sorting this out, and so what I've done is I asked my fictional friend Arnold from Montpellier to send me a piece of music he's particularly proud of. Thank you, Guy, I'm very proud of this piece of music and I thought I'd send it in. If there's any kind of small tip you could give me and find anything wrong with it at all, I don't expect you will, but you might, I'd be delighted to hear. Well, that's all right, Arnold, I'll give it a listen and see what I can come up with. Well, yes, give it a go, and I particularly like the middle section. I find it particularly emotive. Oh, okay, well, we'll give that a go, shall we? Right, well, Arnold's good enough to have provided us with this track. Let's listen to it and see what we think. Be honest, how good was it? I feel moved to tears. Let's take a look at what exactly has gone wrong here. There's a lot which has gone wrong. So it starts out all right, by which I mean the first note's all right. But okay, let's look at, there's nothing particularly wrong with the piano accompaniment. Nothing going on in there. Change this chord there. Yeah, this bit's fine. What's wrong is what's going on the top, which is an absolute diluted nightmare. So it doesn't. Right. What is going on there? So what we've got, if we look at the piano. So we're in G here. So the piano's going a G triad. So the tune starts. So what it's done, the reason that rubs so badly is it's obviously not a note which is in the chord of G, and whilst it's fine to use notes to pass through, it lands really hard on it, so it goes. And it just sounds terrible. If you've gone, that's fine. It doesn't, do you see, it doesn't clash to the same degree. So when you're writing a piece of music, and the first thing is you've got to be able to hear that. So I didn't hear that. I thought it sounded lovely. That's the problem. If you can't hear it sounding bad, you don't know what to fix. So the first thing is to develop this kind of ability to have the kind of good cop, bad cop saying, that sounds terrible. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it sounds terrible. And once you've got that, then you can start going in and fix it. If you can't hear it's wrong, then, like our friend, actually, I think it's a bit of a genius. What can I tell you? Then you can't fix it. So the gist of it is, if you've got a chord like this one, G major, G, B and D, obviously you can have any of those notes and they all go fine. If you're passing through, you can have the little joining notes like. After that, there are other notes which are available to you, which we'll look at in a bit of time. Things to be absolutely avoided are notes which are a semitone away from notes in the chord. Like all rules, there are millions and millions of exceptions. But if you're looking for a place to start and saying, why is it horrible? Good place to start. So but there's more than one problem with Arnold's music. Problem? What problem? Let me give you what is the tune? See if you can tell me what this tune is. It is through composed in that nothing in there repeats. There is no motif, there is no identifiable heart to the tune. It just wanders off and does its thing as though it doesn't care what's going on underneath. So the two things we've got to do to fix this tune are, firstly, identify what this tune is. Is there anything in there which is salvageable? Let's have a look. Is there anything we can call a motif? Let me just mute this one. Not sure. Let's keep going. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 5 notes. Let's say that is going to be the new motif. Because it works perfectly well. It sounds all right. Let's see if we can make it work in any way, shape or form. So let me get in here and go. Is it going to work, first of all, with the chord progression? Oh, which is muted. So what it's doing, it is using a non-chord note, which is this one here, which is the 6th of the chord. So essentially, what you're doing by adding that as a tune note, you're adding it to the chord, and you're turning the chord into something different. So if the chord is a G major chord with those 3 notes in it, and you add an E to it, you're turning it into a G 6th, which is absolutely fine. The other thing I like about this new motif, or Arnold's motif, it's got a rhythmic identity. Bam, 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 bam. But then we can see what we can do with this to see if we can't, extricate something salvageable out of this. This is the accordion's from Orchestral Tools Loire library, which is really nice. The piano is VSL's Fazoli F212, which is also very nice. Okay, I'm going to have to turn the click on briefly. I know you don't like it, but I'm sorry, I have to do it. Oh, that worked, didn't it? Not. 1, 2. Personally, I preferred mine, but it's possible. Thanks, Arnold. Oh, okay, so why does this sound any better than what Arnold came up with? Repetition, and it fits the chords. It actually, more than fit the chords. There's a decent structure going on here. So you've got the opening motif, which is repeated. Then you have a phrase which comes off the back of it. Then you have that same opening phrase repeated up there, and then a different ending phrase. So it sort of goes, it's a sort of A-B structure, which, you know, it's tried and tested and it works. Okay, so can we do anything more interesting with this? What can we do with this fairly simple chordal accompaniment? Firstly, okay, for those of you who say, this is all so complicated. I mean, trying to keep it in your head, what's going on, it is complicated. What I advise people do is this. Create a marker track. Oh, let me give you that. Create a marker track and literally write in the names of the chords. So at any one point in your tune, you know exactly harmonically where you're supposed to be. Actually, the bigger and the more complicated your arrangement becomes, the better this is. Because if you've got 50 lines of orchestral instrument all whizzing all over the shop, it's really easy to lose track of whether that's a G major or an E minor, and half of the things are doing one, half are doing the other. And it doesn't sound wrong. I mean, it just sounds off. And so it would be a much better idea to keep everything lined up, which is what we're doing here. So now, with this in mind, what else can I do with that G major chord? So this is Gentle Strings from Fracture Sounds. What we do with that? Let's see what comes off. That didn't work. That did not work. I think I've got to keep this straight, actually. Actually, if we look at what's happening in the piano part, it's already got some interesting stuff going. So what that's doing, because it's going to that A there, it's actually adding a sort of little ninth in, so it's implying a ninth. So when you're adding tune notes or arpeggiating like this, you're implying other harmonies. Like that. Okay, what I would do with this, what would instantly improve it, is if we gave it a little intro, because the other thing I hear a lot is people tend to just chuck all their ideas in at once. And that's not always the best idea. So let's add a little kind of couple of bars of intro before the main tune comes in, and then we'll see how this sounds. Okay. Retro record, there we go, that'll do, thank you very much, 1, 2, 3, okay. So there's a little thing going on there. Now we can use the gentle strings. Okay, what else could we do to make this any better? Let's see if we can add a little answering phrase. Baker clarinet from sampling, musical sampling. Here we go. I don't know, I have no idea what's going to come out, so let's. Okay, the first thing I'm looking for is a gap. The two gaps obviously are at the beginning. No, don't like that. Whoop, I'm in merge mode, sorry. Right, this is it. This is the last time through. Last time through, honestly, promise you. Yeah, here we go. Ooh. Waiting for my opportunity. We're in E minor. So each of those times I was keeping an eye on the chords, working out where they are. So I knew that I was in E minor, so I could go going down from the third of E minor and then down to the C as the chord changed to C major. So all that worked all right. I screwed up the beginning a bit. So okay, so here is a performance of Arnold's tune. Are you ready? Let's hear it. Okay, Arnold, what did you think? Not bad for a beginner. Actually, I prefer my original, but I don't object to the modifications, improvements, modifications. No, I don't think so. Look, my warmest thanks to Arnold. I hope you found this useful. It might seem quite basic, but this hopefully there's a lesson you'll be able to draw from this which you'll find useful. But do develop those good cop, bad cop. It sounds a bit dodgy, because that's really, really important. And if you want to know more about all this kind of thing, you could subscribe to the channel. It's not illegal, it's allowed. And go and check out thinkspaceeducation.com, because we do lots and lots of music education to make your life more satisfying as a musician. That's it from today. See you soon. Bye-bye.